Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me. This is Joy, and I appreciate you being here. To all the new subscribers, I welcome you and thank you for being part of this community. It's my sincere hope that you are met with a loving, supportive community as you continue to journey towards your prepared places. To all the returning subscribers, welcome back. It's my sincere hope that you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving, and thank you to everybody who joined me on the Zoom for a moment of gratitude. Today I want to talk to you about the narcissist cult workers, the flying monkeys. I'm fully convinced that narcissists are just like cult leaders, and their cult members are members of the harem, as well as these flying monkeys. You know, everybody who is part of the narcissistic cult, of the cult, they all play a role, and it may be that they may be aware of it or they may not be. Some people actually co-sign on becoming cult members, and for some people it's an involuntary move. What the narcissist ultimately seeks is obedience, time, and resources of the cult members, and this is all gained by power and control over them. The narcissist has several techniques that they have used over time, and actually they refine these techniques over time so that they can become more skillful and more cunning in how they go about deceiving people and how they go about actually inflicting this insidious abuse on them. So when it comes to these flying monkeys, the narcissist the narcissist starts off by testing them to be sure that, they can be trusted, and how controllable are they? How much effort does the narcissist have to exert on them to be able to control them? So they may start off with something really simple and basic. By, let's just say, for example, talking to the flying monkey about being in love with somebody, being in love with a particular target or member of the harem. And the narc was simply trying to find out, will this flying monkey, will this subject of mine, says the narcissist, go off and report to said person that I said that I love them? It's really simple, and it can seem that it's endearing, but the narcissist actually has an ulterior motive. And again, for a narc, they're testing to see, is this person coachable? Is this person somebody that I can use? Will I be able to achieve my end goal with this person? And once they're able to verify how they're going to manipulate this flying monkey more, or, do they even need to manipulate them? Because some are just willing to do whatever. But there's a very strong bond between narcissists and their flying monkeys. I was about to say flying members, but they're cult members at the end of the day. But there is a bond between the two of them, and it's one of unquestionable loyalty. It's a steadfast type of loyalty, and there's nothing that can deter the commitment that the flying monkey has to the narcissist. Now, again, I just mentioned before that for some of these flying monkeys, they're fully aware of what is happening. And that's an indicator to you of just how toxic they are. We'll get to that in a moment. But for some of them, they're really not aware, and they may have their own issues that they're working through. But all the narcissist saw was an opening to be able to manipulate this person and get them to do their bidding. Flying monkeys really allow the narcissist to continue abusing their targets, but keep their hands clean. So this is really an example of abuse by proxy. They are not necessarily, in the area or present at the time that the abuse is happening, but the narcissist has sent forth these toxic cult members to go ahead and continue to inflict pain on the target while the narc is not around. And so sometimes it can seem like the narc is innocent, but the narc is never innocent. Anything that involves a narcissist and his cult members is not clean. There's nothing innocent about it. It's demonic in its very nature. it's just, think about how the enemy, the devil, has his minions doing his work, doing his bidding. So it may look like, it's this demon that's at work here, but we know who sent the demon. It's the devil. It's the enemy. That's who sent these minions to do the work. And the flying monkey is really no different. But if we're going to take this another step further, we can really look at the narcissist as a minion of the devil. They're all working in tandem, and it's all demonic, and it's all part of a cult. It's all part of a cult that emanates from the pits of hell at the end of the day. And so these flying monkeys are used to punish targets. They're used to twist the truth. They are used to guilt trip the targets to do certain things, behave a certain way, return to a relationship, apologize for things that they don't have to apologize for. They are used to assault the targets, to issue threats of violence towards them, all while it appears that the narcissist has no association whatsoever with the crime that's taking place. And the crime is the abuse. Like, listen, this emotional abuse is a crime. It may not be noticed by states yet, but we know, as those people who have been there and have experienced the after effects and watching what it does to children, it's crime. And so they'll catch up with us later and call it a crime, and they'll term it as a crime, and we'll speak that thing forward. But for now, we're going to refer to it as what we know it to be. It's a crime. Narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, all of them use these flying monkeys. And I mentioned that these people have loopholes in their own lives. They're either toxic, they could be narcissists themselves, they could be codependents. It doesn't really matter to the narcissist. All the narc needs to know is, can I use this person? Is this person willing to do what I want them to do? Are they going to be my subject or a subject in my kingdom? And mind you, this is a kingdom of utter confusion and foolishness. That's all it is. The narc needs the flying monkey to submit to being a flying monkey, to submit to the role that they are going to be assigned by the narcissist. And again, it's all about power and influence over the target. And when you have the flying monkey who is possibly narcissistic themselves, they'll be very willing to get down and dirty with the narc, all to impress them and all to gain narcissistic supply and feel like they're doing something. But when they're done themselves, they'll overthrow the whole project and move on to the next thing so that they can feel better about themselves. It may have served the need that they had. And a lot of times, we know that demons work in tandem with one another. And so it costs a narcissistic flying monkey absolutely nothing to work in tandem with another flying monkey. Even when we talk about the new supply, especially when the new supply is doing some bidding for the narcissist, when they are, stalking or spying on you, should I say, stalking your children's social media, doing those annoying things, they're doing the narcissist bidding. And that in itself is abuse by proxy, because they are functioning as a flying monkey when the narc has sent them, because sometimes the narc will send them and they are very willing to get down and dirty and do this nasty investigative work so that they can just go back and report to the narc that you are doing ABCD and, get their little brownie at the end of the day, because there's a little reward. Their ego is stroked and they get, some fleeting reward from the narcissist for whatever they did. But it's abuse by proxy. And it can happen by anybody can be a flying monkey. Friends, family members, co-workers. Their goal is to spread rumors, lies, gossip, and slander about you. So they are the ones running the smear campaigns, doing hoovers. And what's so crazy is sometimes you hear flying monkeys will actually go and apologize on behalf of a narcissist to try to make you feel like feel obligated to go back to the narcissist. And and this you'll find when you have a more empathetic flying monkey, somebody who can actually empathize and may possibly be a codependent, may not be fully aware of what is happening because they themselves were involuntary. Well, they were brought into the cult without any awareness, and so for them, they may not know. And it's not all of them that don't know. Some really do know, and they get on board with it and are happy, but that's not the case for all. For some, they are just as blind as can be and have no clue as to what's happening. And then they'll go with their emotions and, say that, so-and-so is sorry about what happened. And now here's the danger with that, is because now you're reading and you're feeling, you're sensing the emotions from this person and thinking that that's how the narcissist feels, when that's not how the narc feels, because the narc doesn't have an ounce of empathy. And so now they're just using that flying monkey to play with your emotions. Flying monkeys, because they're on assignment and their assignment is purely toxic and demonic, they're going to violate boundaries. They're going to, just be like the narcissist, maybe not as, grandiose as the narcissist, but they're just as dangerous because they are still playing with people's emotions and they're not respecting boundaries. And again, it is abuse by proxy, whether they are aware of it or not. And so, my advice when you encounter these flying monkeys is treat them the exact same way that you would treat the narcissist. Do not engage with them at all. Disengage. Disarm the flying monkeys. And if you have to, go no contact with the flying monkeys. Gray rock them, but don't give them any information, and definitely don't give them any ammunition, because all they're going to do is go back and report it to the narc. Of course, that's their assignment, that's their job. But when they fail, they of course are going to be punished by the narcissist. We know that flying monkeys also feel the wrath of the narcissist. They themselves end up issuing narcissistic injuries, maybe not knowingly, but they do. And this is also an indicator to you, because I mentioned earlier how the flying monkey is really just the same as, the narcissist is really a flying monkey themselves for the devil. And just like these earthly flying monkeys are issued their punishment when they fail to do the work of the narcissist, don't ever for 1 minute think that when the narcissist fails in doing whatever assignment the enemy has for him to do that would bring confusion, hurt, and pain into your life, that there is no punishment for that. There is a punishment. And so, continue to honor yourself and have solid boundaries. And if you're no contact, stay no contact. Or if there are kids involved, keep it at minimum contact or gray rock them. But always, always do your very best to focus forward on the journey that you have ahead of you. No more looking back, because there is nothing better with a narcissist. The flying monkey is another tool in the narc's toy box. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm interested in hearing your stories and your experiences with flying monkeys in the comments. So I'll chat with you there. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.